folks, and welcome to the very first ever, you are the premier group to see the senior college improvisational class final exam. I haven't told them it's an exam and they're being graded, so don't worry about that. A couple of things, there's some refreshments here that you're welcome to at any point during the performance. I would ask, we do have a photographer and videographer here from the Sun Journal today. If for some reason you prefer not to be on camera, just kind of make sure that you make it known that you don't want to be. And by that, I would say by standing where Pat is in the back. That would probably guarantee that you wouldn't end up on the camera. That's just the policy of senior college here, that if anybody doesn't want their image taken, you certainly have that right. My name, oh yes. Oh,
we're all standing by.
Wait, I have some of my students back there. My name is Dan Leroy, and I've had the pleasure of doing this improv class. And I have to share a quick story. I offered this class for a number of adult education programs locally. In one, I had 1 sign up. In another, I had 2 sign up. And I was real disappointed. You know, I took an improv class ages ago, and I thought, well, this could be fun. So I called the senior college office, expecting disappointment. And I said, so how many do you have signed up? Let's see, 12. I said, you said 12? Yes, we have 12. In fact, we have possibly 13. Is that okay? I said, well, I'd like an even number if I can. But so anyway, we have 12 people who have been hopefully having a good time in the last 5 classes, and this is the final class today. So we're going to take you along with our journey this afternoon. We have no idea what we're going to do. Is that right, gang?
Yeah.
Yes. We are all clueless. But that's fine, because in the world of improv, we take whatever comes our way and see what happens. And that's the fun of this class and the fun of performing improv. There's no right answers, there's no wrong answers. You can make mistakes, and no, you're never going to know if I make a mistake, do you? No, see, she says I don't. So, we're going to run through a couple of improv games, show you some of our performance skills. We're also going to have a little exercise toward the end where if you want to come up and participate and have a little fun, you're more than welcome to. So I'd like to start off by a demonstration. And with improv, everybody's giving somebody an offer. If you think of your daytime, at work, at home, whatever, you're getting offers all day. And there's usually, you know, 2 distinct patterns for an offer. Yes, I want to go out for dinner this evening. Yes, we can. The other offer, after giving me that offer, is no, I don't want to. But we're going to demonstrate that, in my mind, the worst of all is yes, but you've been there, right? So we're going to demonstrate the power or the negativity that comes about with yes, but. So I'm going to use my list here because I want to make sure I have the photographer have the right people in the right lineup. I would like my 4 students up here. Mary DeRocher, Pat Vampatella. Oh, no. Yeah, Pat. I changed your seating this time. Mary DeRocher, Pat Vampatella, Bob Gardner, and Polly Robinson. Now, we're going to demonstrate the power, or again, the demise of yes, but. Here's 4 people, and they're planning something. Tell me, any suggestions from the audience? What are these 4 people planning?
A funeral.
A funeral? Okay, well, I don't need any other suggestions. We have 4 people planning a funeral, and be sure to be loud so everyone can hear and distinct. And you will see the power of each suggestion and what happens with yes, but when planning a funeral. Polly.
You know, Aunt Rose meant so much to me, and I know to all of us, and
but she never liked fanfare. So I think we should have a very small funeral just honoring her life. What do you think, Bob?
Yes, but you know, I never liked that theme. She always gave me trouble. I think better than having a small group, let's just forget the whole thing.
Well, yes, but you know, she's probably going to wind up there. And if we don't do this right, she's going to come back and haunt us.
Yes, but she will, and she'll make our lives miserable, but she'd want us to invite everybody, all 3 of her husbands.
Yes, but, you know, it might be a family conflict because you know they're not all of the same race, and you know how it is in families, don't you? What do you think, Bob?
Yes, but I'll give her one credit. She wasn't fussy. She was not fussy. These 3 guys. Oh, man.
Yes, indeed. But you know, I think there's a point to be made that if we got them all in the room at the same time, wouldn't that make things interesting?
Yes, but I'm not sure the funeral director would be accepting of all that.
And that, you can see, is the power of yes, but. What have they accomplished? What have they decided? We now show you the basic of improv, where an offer is given and you say yes and. The same thing, planning the funeral for dear auntie or whomever, and Polly, start us off with an offer.
Aunt Rose, bless her heart, my favorite aunt, and I know that there was conflict, but I really think that within the family we should invite everyone. What do you think, Bob?
Yes, and she was really a lovely aunt, and we had an affair. Nobody in the family knew about it.
Yes, and you know what I think? I think we should hold it in O'Toole's bar, because you know how she liked to.
Yes, and we could have 3 rooms at the bar and put each of her families and her husbands in each one.
Yes, and that is a fabulous idea. And we'll make it rounds on the house, you know, how with her very favorite drink, a White Russian. What do you think, Bob?
Oh yes, and I think we could spread the ashes all over that bar. and I think that would work.
And yes, and I think as we're spreading the ashes, O'Toole's band could be playing in the background.
Yes, and what would they be playing? I think they'd be playing Irish music.
I think we have one heck of a Thank you for demonstrating yes, but yes, and. So the notion is we're going to deal with whatever you throw us this afternoon. What I'm going to do now is called a team of experts. And I'm going to have, let's see, okay, Dawn Favreau, Barbara Randall, Anita Poulin, and Joel Goodman up here. Now, each of these people, I can attest, are brilliant all on their own. But collectively, when they put their minds together to something, they are experts on any subject that you might have. We're going to ask you to ask them any question. It can be any deep, meaningful question, any question that's on the top of your mind. And they, one word at a time, are going to answer the question. And then, when the question is answered, the final person will probably go, period, to say, yes, we've answered that question. So, I'm going to kick things off, just, by the way, he's being the thinker. I'm just going to kick it off. What is the meaning of life?
Life seems so
great.
And
somehow very
easy
going.
That's deep. Any other questions? And again, it can be technical, it can be any kind of question you might have.
What's the meaning of opera?
What's the meaning of opera? Wow.
of what?
Of opera.
Oh,
Use a southern accent.
So, what is the meaning of opera? We go to opera and we're not sure we understand it. Tell us, what is the meaning of opera?
The
most basic
Operas
are
musical.
You asked. How do you do a triple bypass surgery? Joel, why don't we start with you and come down this way?
white
Cells. Eh? Cells.
White cells
Multiply
enormously
in
the cavern
of hearts. Bing.
They're experts. They're politicians too. Another question. Anything else?
How big is the universe?
Oh man, I was thinking of that just this morning. How big is the universe?
the
universe is
Vast.
Okay. Maybe one more question.
Is there life after death?
Oh man, we got the funeral. We have the funeral plan. Is there life after death?
life
unfortunately
After
Death.
is
catastrophic.
but
Often
often there
THEYRE or
THERE
THERE. There seemingly is
ghosts.
I want to just point out, I believe she was the school teacher for THEIR or THER. That, ladies and gentlemen, is our experts. Thank you, experts. Wow. The next game, I'll have Polly and Anita and Pat line up here. And Roger and Mary and Bob.
Are you surprising us too?
Oh, no. Right here.
Right.
This one is similar to experts, but we give you profound wisdom. This is called Quotable Quotes. So if you give us a subject that you'd like a profound statement on, we individually, word by word, will give you a quotable quote. And at the end of that, we're all going to enjoy the profoundness. And we're going to go, So I want you to all practice. Just go, Very good. So, why don't we start winter. Something very profound about winter. And at some point, there will be an ending to the quotable quote, but all of us may or may not be involved. So can you kick us off? Something profound about winter, Mary.
Winter
Is
Very cold.
As well.
As
Wonderful.
and
windy.
Nippy.
frosty.
Peaceful.
Wow. Wow. Do you feel it in your heart? Another quotable quote of some sort. Yes?
Theft.
Theft? Okay.
What did you say?
Well, she wants to know something about being a thief. Mary?
Theft.
Is
A. Very.
Rewarding.
endeavor.
Russ, you have a question. I'm sure you do.
What is the meaning of life?
Oh, gosh. Meaning of life.
Oh, yeah.
The meaning of life. Mary?
Life
is
Meant
to
be.
A.
Joyful.
experience.
altogether.
I'll let you folks answer this one. What is the essence of doing improv comedy? Mary?
Improv
Is
The.
most
Relaxing.
Repugnant.
enjoyable
funniest.
Scariest.
endeavor.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is Quotable Quotes. Thank you. Okay. I'm going to keep some of you up here. Roger, Cal, Anita, and Joel. In this, we've done a lot of verbal offers to show you improv. This is where we set up a scene of some sort, and I'm going to have two people up here doing a scene, and at any point, one of the other people in the background is going to come, tag the person on the shoulder and say, freeze. That person then takes the exact same position that the person was in and creates an entirely different scene. And then the other person comes in and says freeze. So everybody has an entirely different scene. The challenge of this one is to be in a particular position and to create what's happening in that position. So if Anita were here, you were here, and I was here, and you came into the scene, what might you say for this position?
Oh my God. It's coming. I see a crowd. It's coming. It's coming. Nurse.
Push! Push! Come on!
Don't push too much.
No, push! You gotta come on!
Freeze. Catch the ball. You got it? Okay.
I'm down here.
All right.
Okay.
Toss it right through the basket. Come on. That way, like that. That's good. You did a terrific job.
You're
Yeah.
okay, teacher.
Well,
How long have you been doing this?
Right. Oh, but
Hey, did you see what's going on down the road?
No.
There was a hell of a fire there at that shoe shop.
Where? Down
Yeah,
there?
just down the road, yeah. You know,
Like beyond the McDonald's?
yeah, beyond the McDonald's. You know they saying 1,000 souls are lost?
1,000?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, it's a shoe shop. Yeah, I'll bet some heel started it, too.
Crazy.
you want to help me?
What are you doing?
Put the flowers in.
What, you got a green thumb? Yeah, well, I know I don't.
Well, get done.
You know, I don't like it, because I tell you, one day I planted bird seeds, damn things never come up.
Okay, just put them in the ground.
Yeah.
Freeze. Look,
Yeah,
we've done so far. I see China. I see China.
and that's not China, that's Afghanistan. You don't want to go there. You took a turn.
I saw those people's eyes and they're slanted. That's China.
Well, you know, in Afghanistan, there's all kinds of people.
Freeze.
That's true.
There I was, standing there, and this guy comes along and he says, "Can I have $1? I need a meal." And I said, you don't want a meal, you want a drink, and I'm not giving you any money for drinking. And yeah, you know the type. Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But what are you going to do? You know, you find these people around, they're scraggly, oh. Thank you very much, sir. I'll spend it very carefully.
What are you going to do? Freeze. Ding, 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 ding. Merry Christmas. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is freeze tag. And who gets this, by the way? Thank you. Okay. We have a very famous Russian conductor here today. We have Polly Robinsonov. Let's call this thing Polly Robinsonov. Polly. And Polly's going to do what we call a conducted story. And up here I need Barbara. And I'm Barbara here. There's a particular order, all for the photographer. Barbara, Cal, Pat, and Roger. So we have Barbara, Cal, Pat, and Roger. Good. In conducted story, each of these folks are going to tell you a story, but they're going to both do it in a different style. And Polly is going to be the conductor leading them along this journey. We're going to start with Barbara. One of my favorites is I want Barbara to be a British mystery writer. Her part of the story is going to be as a British mystery writer. Cal is here. Cal is a sportscaster. What kind of sport is he broadcasting about?
Polo.
Polo! You're doing polo broadcasting. Pat is a character from a TV show. What character is she?
Marge Simpson.
Marge Simpson. You know The Simpsons?
I've never seen it.
Oh, okay. Let's try something else.
Cleveland. Hot in Cleveland.
Hot in Cleveland, do we know that?
Betty
I'll
White.
try that.
Okay. Betty White would be a good character in that show. And last, I need a nationality of some sort.
Greek.
Greek. Good, we have Greek. So, we're going to be doing a story. Each person is going to tell a part of the story. Barbara is going to be a British mystery writer. Cal is going to be a polo broadcaster. Pat is going to be a Betty White character from Hot in Cleveland. And Roger is going to be a Greek. Zorba the Greek. Now, I need the name of a story. What story do you want them to tell us?
Snow White.
Snow White. That's a good, how about Snow White at a funeral? That would be better, but no, well, let's just talk about Snow White. Barbara, can you start? No, I bow to the conductor. She will lead us off as to who will start the story of Snow White.
Snow White.
Was a very, very, very bad girl.
And often she would gallop very hard toward the ball.
She didn't know how to.
Play at all with anybody out there.
And her favorite pony
Took off one afternoon.
And she was.
Very, very hungry.
And dipsy because she was hungry.
But she didn't even have
any food until she can.
Until she got to the prince's house.
And she stole the apple.
And yelled and waved.
And not only that, she fell in love
With her uncle's stepson.
Wow. Profound. Would you like to do another story with some others?
Sure.
Why don't we get 4 more folks up here? Bob, Joel, Dawn, and Mary. Well, I should ask, does any audience member want to come up and do this?
Yes. The funeral lady. Oh, later?
Yeah, we'll get it. So, I need a historical character.
George Washington.
George Washington. Bob is George Washington. I need a famous actor.
Laurence Olivier.
Laurence Olivier. Notice how Joel just...
That was Maurice Chevalier, by the way.
I want Mary to be a Sunday school teacher. An evil Sunday school teacher. And what cartoon character is Dawn?
Bugs Bunny.
Bugs Bunny. So we're going to do a story here. We're going to have George Washington, Laurence Olivier, evil Sunday school teacher, and Bugs Bunny. And what story do you want to hear?
Rapunzel.
Rapunzel, what? That's one. How about a couple of others? Any other thoughts?
3 Little Pigs.
3 Little Pigs. I like 3 Little Pigs. Polly, conduct.
Once upon a time, there were 3 ugly, rotten little pigs.
But they meant well. They felt that life was important.
Yeah. What's up, Doc? Yeah, it was Porky, Piggy,
And the Brits slaughtered all of them.
George Washington was always a man of few words. And that is
Never told a
Conductive
lie.
Story. Thank you for our conductor, Polly Robinson. Okay, this is the time where we are going to get a few of you up here. Oh yeah, this is harmless. Really. How about somebody over here? How about you? Yeah. You, sir. You want to come up? Yeah, oh yeah, I'm pointing at you. Oh no, we'll be standing up.
Oh, we're going to stand.
And we'll come up right here. Yeah. Okay, and I need Bob, Joel, Barbara, and Anita up here. In between each person. So Bob, Joel, Barbara, and Anita. We're going to show you how easy it is to get into an improv mode. The idea behind this exercise is we're going to give you an offer of something to do, and very simply, the first thing that comes to your mind is what you should do. And it's going to be real simple. Each one of you is going to name a food. Just a food item. It can be any food that comes to mind. Don't overthink this, just bing, 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 whatever food you want to kick it off with. Bob, lead us off with food.
May I offer you some mussels?
Enchilada.
Steak.
Ice cream.
Oh,
Hot fudge.
Peaches, artichoke, Brussels sprouts.
That was easy, right? Right. Very good. This time we're going to up the challenge a little bit, where each food item is going to be a letter of the alphabet. So we're going to start with a particular letter of the alphabet, and somebody's going to have to identify a food. And then the next letter in the alphabet comes up, and you say a particular food of that sort. Which one of you want Q or Z?
How about X?
Which letter should they start with?
P.
P. I heard P over here. So we're going to start with P.
P.
Yep.
Four. Peach.
Oh, no, at the next letter.
So Q.
That's okay. I'll help you out. Elemental P, Q.
Quince.
Great. QR.
Rutabaga.
S.
Spinach.
Tomatoes.
U.
You.
Ugly fruit.
V.
Venison.
Venison. W.
Watermelon.
X.
Xylophone.
Yeah.
Y.
Zebra skins.
Let's go back to A.
Avocado.
B.
Boston baked beans.
C.
Cucumber.
Donuts.
Eggnog.
Frog legs. Gooseberry.
Good.
Honey.
Honey.
Can I say ice cream again?
So you can see, we up the ante a bit by just having a little food item. Let's up the ante once more. I'm going to give you one letter of the alphabet, and each of you has to name a food item. If we can get through to here, we're going to go, If we get through twice, we're going to go, yes! And the letter I'm going to give you is P. It has to be a food item, and I'll extend it to something that you might drink as well. So something you might drink or eat with the letter P. Bob, kick it.
Poison. Pumpkin.
Persimmons.
Pansy petals.
Plum jam.
Pineapple. Peach.
Papaya.
Let's keep going.
Potato. Peanut.
Pork chops.
Parsnips.
Pomegranate.
Pepsi.
Prunes. Pancakes.
Yes! And that, you have all passed Improv 101. Thank you.